Hey guys, so I had promised a video probably a couple weeks ago talking about brushes. My kids aren't here today, so I thought this would be the perfect opportunity just to kind of chill and talk to you guys about my favorite tools. And today I'm just going to be talking about eye brushes. It seriously has taken me a long time to narrow it down. I've been, collecting makeup brushes since I was probably 15 or 16, and I'm 26 now. So I have quite a collection that I've gathered over the years, and just so many different shapes, and it's really, a lot of them are really kind of useless. I mean, not that you can't use them, but there's so many brushes that are multitaskers that, you don't need that many brushes. So I thought it would be great just to try to narrow it down to at first I thought 10 brushes, but then I thought, wow, that's still a lot of brushes. 10 eye brushes? No way. So 5. 5 was the number, and 5 was a lot easier than I thought it would be. So that's what I'm going to talk about. Okay, so let me grab them here. One thing that I think is really important to remember is that brands do not matter. They don't. I have accumulated many different brush brands, and some of the cheaper brushes I prefer over the more expensive brushes, which might sound crazy to some people, but it's just the truth. It's not about the brand or the label on it. It's about how the brush performs. And I have just really, yeah, I got them. I just have really found that so many people are like, well, what brush brand's the best? Where should I go to get my brushes? And honestly, there's not an answer for that. I think it's just about the tool and how it's shaped and its density and all of that. That's what's important. So I have narrowed it down to 5 eye brushes that you could do anything with. So what I have picked out is a fluffy blending brush, a more, this brush is so hard to describe, it's a pinched blending brush, kind of like a paddle, a shader brush, a pencil brush, and a flat angled brush. This brush, the fluffy blending brush, you want one that it feels like there's air between the bristles. That is how you're going to get that super diffused look, super blended, diffused look. I just think it's so important to have a brush like this one. You also need to remember in picking your eye brushes that just because Joe Blow likes the Sigma E40 doesn't mean that that's what's going to be perfect for you. You have to keep in mind the size of your eye and the size of your face, what you're using the brush for, the size of the space. Okay, so I can't use the Sigma E40 not to apply color. I can use it to blend with, but the Sigma E35 is better for me to apply my transition shade because I don't have a whole lot of space between my brow and eyelashes, if that makes sense. And I'm just using Sigma as an example because so many people know about Sigma, and it's an easy reference. So again, these brushes you can literally do anything with. So again, you have this fluffy blending brush, which is great for applying color in the crease, your transition color, or just going back in and blending with it. Then you have this blending brush, which is more, this is it on the side, this is it from the front. It tapers up and it's pinched here in the ferrule. It's shaped sort of like a paddle. This is a great blending brush for getting into the crease in this outer V area, and you can really apply the color like that. Turn the brush up and down and then go back and forth and blend with it. I think this style of brush is an absolute must-have in your collection. Everybody needs this style of a brush. You can do a lot. You could do an eye look with just this brush. You probably couldn't do like a cut crease, not super cut, but I mean, anything. You could just about do anything with this brush. It is amazing, and you have to have it. The next brush, a flat shader brush. This one's a little bit big. It was the first one I seen. I love this one, but it's a little big for my lid. As you can see, it goes all the way up to my crease. So if I use this one, which is amazing, I have to be really precise, kind of use the tip of it. I actually use this one a little more. It's smaller, actually quite a bit smaller, as you can see there. Again, you have to remember when you're choosing brushes to realize the size of the space that you're putting it. Same goes for face brushes as well. So that's why when you're just picking out your brushes and you're just learning, I really think it would be better to see the brushes in person, be able to touch them, feel them, put them on your face, and see how they compare, because you don't want to have too big of a brush or too small of a brush. Too small wouldn't be as bad as too big, I guess, but so then the next brush would be a pencil brush. I like the classic, just pointed, tapered pencil brush. There's many different shapes of pencil brushes. There's like a dome shape, like bullet type shape. I think this one is the most useful. It's amazing for the bottom lash line, or doing detail work in the crease, just deepening up the crease and then going back in with this brush here and blending it out. Just amazing. I just definitely think that everybody needs a good pencil brush. And then the last eye brush that I think that everybody needs is a angle of, why did I just blank? A flat angled brush. You can do your eyebrows with this. You can do your eyeliner with this. You can do a cut crease with this. You could carve out your brows with this. You can do, like eyeshadowed liner with this. So much that you can use this for. It's a great brush, and it really takes the place of several brushes. I just think that these 5 brushes, and this is my opinion, please remember that I think that these 5 brushes are must-haves and just a staple in your collection and just the best place to start. Everybody may not agree with me. Somebody may think that I'm leaving out a super important brush, but I personally could only have these 5 brushes and do any makeup look with them and be super happy with them. Again, brand doesn't matter. But if you want to know, this one is Morphe. This one is MAC. This one's Urban Decay. This one is Crown. And this one is e.l.f. I just tried to get a good selection. The first flat shader I showed you was also a MAC brush. But anyways, these are the 5 eye brushes that I think are absolutely essential to have. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.